Yeah. For all my brothers in the place that feel the black clouds. Yeah, keep it true. Need that loot, plus the rent is due.
Black clouds covers the sunshine.
Baby's moms,
Black clouds
headaches
and
and all
the storms
that.
they bring.
Check it. Now take a regular brother.
Alright. What's up, folks? It's your man Richie Rich, Ricky Raquan, Ricky Ricardo. Pretty Rick is what I call them. Back at it again for another Rich Man Reactions. And folks, this is a video that I've wanted to do for a while. It's a movie that I came really late to the party. Richie Rich, yes, came late to the party. And this is a movie, a very classic horror movie that came out in the mid-90s, 1995 to be exact. It Can Only Be Tales from the Hood, directed by Rusty Cundieff. Man oh man, this is like one of I only wish like I saw this movie earlier, because since I've seen it, I only saw this flick first time last year, and since then I've been so interested, so into this movie, of the messages, just the way the story flows. It's like because the story in Tales of the Hood is like it's 4 parts, right, that all intertwined in some way, interconnected, and it talks about like how again racism was in the 90s, how black people were treated, and it tells it in such a way, also combining like the terror and horror aspects within this movie. So it's a real good flick. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. So on this reaction, I'm going to be reacting to like the final, like almost the finale of this movie, near to the close to the end, where the character Crazy K, who is played by, I forgot the actor's name, he sadly passed away in Moesha. He plays this brutal, vicious gangbanger in this in the climax called Crazy K. Has this nice killer side bounce, no pun intended. And yeah, it's a real cool sequence, but I warn you, watching this can be very vicious. Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much of it, and anyone who's seen Tales of Hood, they know probably what the scene I'm talking about involving Crazy K. So yeah, parental advisory is you watch this like with care as well. So yeah, without further said, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on social media, and yeah, let's get on to this video. Crazy K. Alright guys, I would have recorded this on my computer, but I said, you know what, let me record this on my phone. Thank you, Horned Hippie. But yes, this sequence near the end, the optical sequence, again, this is before the actual finale, which is a very twist that you probably wouldn't see coming, where like Crazy K he gets on this machine and he gets spun by the woman who I'll check now. From the Hood cast, Rosalind Cash's character, she's like that mad scientist. So she puts Crazy K in this like spinner to see all these like very, very crude, violent scenes. And as I said earlier, I will warn you, watch this with care. Believe me, it is very, very gruesome. Whew.
I don't think so.
Damn, she's fine. I do remember seeing the actor Lamont Bailey, Crazy K. I think he appeared in South Central, which was another TV series. I'll double check if that's correct. But it's such a massive contrast from Lamont Bailey's character in Moesha, Keen, to playing Crazy K here. It just shows that he had great acting chops, and to play like the nicest dude, in Moesha to playing like the gangbanger. He's the triple OG Crazy K in this one. So wow, it just shows his diversity in acting, and it would have been nice if he was still here with us. I could have seen him go on to bigger and better things, you know. Alright, this is gonna get really graphic, folks. Oh god. I'll talk about it later, but even just the score that is being played in the background, the background music, when they come into this layer in this part, or Tales from the Hood. I said Tales of the Hood, Tales from the Hood. It reminds me of those old scientists, those old movies with like Frankenstein or Dracula. It brings a lot of that into this movie, and of course puts like the black rap culture mixed into this together. So I really love it. You do sense there is an amount of danger when Crazy K is coming here, and also a sense of mystery. Also this sense of mystery, because Crazy K, he just bargained with this so he could get on parole to get out of prison and still continue these ways. But as he's going deep, lower, and he's just following the woman, the scientist Carson, he's just like, what the heck's going on? And you as the viewers are like, what the fuck is going on? So the music adds great tension to this incredible scene. It's in the finale.
Start the optical sequence.
Optical sequence. That's what it's called. Jerome.
I want you to take a little look at something.
My gat scream fire. The bullet told me shoot that motherfucker, he's a liar. I talk to my 380 like a bitch on the stroll. When niggas try to dick me, I haul off and let her hoe. Kill them all.
So that's me like getting it down in the past video. Honestly, I tried not to dance, but the music, the beat was an all-time high. It was banging, so I couldn't help myself. But what I found out after doing some research in this, Rusty Cundieff really fought to get this montage of like gangbangers taking each other out, which was so predominant in the 90s period. Again, especially with the music of the West Coast East Coast rivalry. This was happening pretty much like on an everyday basis in the hood, and this being Tales from the Hood. So it's a really powerful montage. It's very, sometimes when I watch it, as much as I love the music, it's super graphic, and honestly it looks so there's such a realism when you're seeing this. Even though I was a kid during this 90s, I can actually believe that this was happening then.
I can't be fucked in this game, I'm a psychopath. My AK told me to shove him up the nigga's ass. I'm having long conversations with Mr. Millimeter. He's one of my best friends, bitch ass nigga eater. And spitting motherfuckers by the seams. My granddaddy, Mr. AR-15, said he was my only family. Shoot straight and please don't jam me.
So this excellent track performed by Spice One, was called Born to Die. I would honestly say anyone who's a fan of the movie, the soundtrack is a must-have. I recently got the soundtrack on my phone. I use my own ways, Richard's ways. So I downloaded it, and you got great tracks from, you got music from Wu-Tang Clan, you got music from Scarface, you got music from Old Dirty Bastard, yeah. You got MCA, paired in Men's Society, Grave Diggers, but you got the Click, but you've got like a whole variety of like the gangster music. And what I really compliment this soundtrack is it doesn't shy away from what it is. This is what the title says, is Tales from the Hood. So gangster music, which was at the height of its popularity at this time, had to be within this movie, had to be the soundtrack in this movie, and it works together so well.
Got in a fight at a club, my gat started walking. Told me to shut the fuck up and let him do the talking. I woke up and it was sick to see them guts from my strap. Told me, Spice, motherfucker, you're born to die.
Yeah, and honestly, afterward, now I've watched Tales of the Hood three times altogether, and I really, this montage of showing like the gangbangers taking each other out, and it shows images of like the Ku Klux Klan, slavery, what black people went through. It goes so well because even before this scene, when Crazy K's locked up, he meets a white supremacist, a Nazi. And he even tells him that like, I hate black people, but you're a black person and you're kind of doing my work for me. You're basically part of my team. And he actually says this to him, like, I like you, nigga. You can come join with me because you're doing like God's work in his crazy Nazi brain. So it just shows like the connection that and even the effects of like what slavery and racism and how black people have always been suffered through the start of time and through American history is illustrated in this montage. Oh yeah.
To the chest and one to the dome. And this is for the head so your brains get blown. And if the shit jump off of killing everything, don't be acting like no bitch when the funk is on, cause if the niggas catch you slipping, then your ass is gone.
And let's see, Rusty Cundieff, if you don't know, he directed another movie that I really love, which is Sprung. And it has like even a lot of the actors that appeared in Tales from the Hood actually appear in that as well. Mr. Simmons, played by Clarence William III, God rest his soul, he's in Sprung. Jojo Torre, who plays like one of the gangbangers in the church, he's in it. And also Nicole Parker, Paula J. Parker, who was Ice Cube's chick in Friday, you know, the ratchet one. She's in this as well in the story. So you got a lot of them in Sprung. And Rusty Cundieff also appeared in, he first appeared in School Days with Spike Lee. I believe they have like a director / kind of relationship, director, and also they've been working on some projects together. He directed Fear of the Black Cat, which came out in the early 90s, and he also was a co-collaborator with The Chappelle Show. He was just behind the scenes, but if you can see some stills of them filming, Rusty Cundieff was there. And just to correct, it's Rosalind Cash. The woman is like, how many people have you seen? Rosalind Cash, that's her name.
What's wrong, Jerome? You don't like seeing black people get killed?
Yeah, Jerome.
But isn't that what you've been doing all your life, Jerome? You know, Jerome, Cain was the world's first murderer. He slayed his brother. And how many brothers have you slain?
Yeah, when Carson, the scientist, the woman Carson, when she says like, you know, how many brothers have you slain? There is I've always said this, and this is where you gotta go back to excellent films like Boys in the Hood. I feel with Boys in the Hood, films like this maybe could have not been made at a time. Like Boys in the Hood really opened the door to see what it's like to be like a young black dude, you know. So if you see from like Boys in the Hood to see, okay, Menace to Society, Juice, of course, South Central, and then in some way this kind of goes into like Tales from the Hood. Crazy K is the typical young black brother in the 90s at that time, who was just, you know, a lot of aggression, a lot of temper, doesn't really think too much, he wants to solve every problem with the 9 as well. And this is what was getting preached from this movie. They had to show it this way, and it couldn't be shown in a non-violent way, because this is what exactly was happening in the streets at that time. It's a tremendous montage video.
Blow the heart out of motherfucker back, niggas shit on the sip. When I pull up my strap, bitch ass niggas expire, retire, stab them in the throat with the date and spoke wire. So don't get caught up in the mix. I let you motherfuckers know quick, I'm born to die.
Like watching this now in 2023, and this is why I even appreciate this movie more, that came out in 1995, Tales from the Hood, is that there is no way they could get away with showing these montages now. What society tries to do now is to try to say like slavery and that, it happened, but it's not even a big deal. Like if you're talking about you're exaggerating or like who hurt you, something like craziness like that. So when he like really inserted this in, it's like you cannot hide away that these terrible things happen to our people, and you cannot like just sweep it under the rug. It's easy like that, and it's so amazing that he really stuck out. Rusty Cundieff, who did an excellent job, he really went to put this whole video out to show. And I do feel like if you're not black, there is a lot of guilt, especially if a white person see this. There's a lot of guilt when you see this there, because again, in this day and age, we're in a sensitive era. Like this never happened. Rather than like the discrimination between races, it's more like these groups and these different like categories, like man, woman, girl, boy, all of this. So it's really important, especially as a black guy, to see this, and don't be it's not so much being ashamed, but know where you came from and try to make a difference on this time we have on this planet. Boom. So yeah, folks, yeah, it's a pretty brutal, vicious montage of videos, and to be honest, they couldn't have chosen like a better soundtrack with Spice One, who again was the popular of the gangster rap that came in the early to mid 90s. It was the perfect track to go with it, and it touched so much. If you've watched the whole movie, especially to this point, you'll see that it shows that what black people fear the most is like some of the stuff that happens within their own community. Like the biggest fear is to fear themselves, as you can see from this chapter in Tales of the Hood. And yeah, honestly, I thought the montage was great. And honestly, and even the music just before Crazy K is like chained up and put in the optical scene, Optical, where it sees like all these graphic images of like these gangbangers getting like a toast. So yeah, and it's really, like I said, it has so much symbolism and meaning, even when it shows images of the Ku Klux Klan and of like black men, people getting lynched, like how it both coincides of like for years and years black people have had to really suffer, and it went from being from the other man and now to the brother man. So it's really tough. So yeah, honestly, this is definitely one of my favorite scenes from the Tales of Hood. The Crazy K chapter in Tales of Hood is still my time favorite. And yeah, this is a movie, honestly, it's perfect for Halloween. If you haven't seen Tales of Hood, just the first one, directed by Rusty Cundieff. I think he directed most of the series, but the first one from 1995 is a classic even to this day. So yeah, so guys, let me know what you think about this this montage. Let me know what you think of Tales of the Hood. If you haven't seen it, I will honestly try to do a full long review, definitely, if I've got the time. And let me know what you think of Rusty Cundieff as a director. Also, as I said earlier, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Yes, stay tuned for more reaction and stay tuned for more video contents. And if you haven't already, it's 2023. What are you waiting for? Update your